My name's Mark, and you're listening to Headstraight. Hello, you lot, and welcome back to Season 3. Can't believe we're in Season 3 already. Now, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, then you're probably familiar that we've already done Season 1 and 2, as I've just said. Actually, yeah. One thing that you need to know is that Season 1 and 2 build on each other, and then Season 3 builds on Season 2. Now, it's up to you whether you go back and listen to Season 1 and 2, but if you're just coming straight into Season 3 and you're here, you are very, very welcome. So, let me tell you more about what we're going to be doing in Season 3. Now, just picture this. You've got big plans for yourself, maybe even some clear idea of what you want. But when it comes to actually living it out, something just keeps getting in your way. Maybe you start with energy, but then you sabotage yourself. You feel really motivated, but the spark disappears after only a couple of days. Or you try to focus, but your brain's all over the place. And every time you look around, it feels like everyone else is further ahead, like you're falling behind in a race that you never even agreed to run. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, that's exactly what this season is all about. Because here's the thing. Most of the struggles that you've had aren't because you're weak or lazy or lacking discipline. They're because no one ever taught you how your mind really works. And when you don't understand the rules of the game, then it just feels like you're losing before you even start. So in this season, we're going to take a closer look at the patterns that trip you up, the ones that you probably know really well, even if you can't always explain them. Like that moment when things are finally starting to go well and out of nowhere you do something and you mess it up. You know that it doesn't make sense, but you did it anyway. Or when a setback hits, and instead of just being a bump in the road, it just knocks you flat. And sometimes it even feels heavier than the progress that you've already made. Like everything's been undone and you're right back to square one again. Then there's motivation. This is a great one. At first it shows up, getting you going, making you feel unstoppable. But the minute that you actually need it the most, it slips through your fingers, abandons you and leaves you on the edge of the road. And you're left there staring at the same wall that you promised you were going to break through. And focus? Well, forget it. You sit down to get something done, but your mind has other plans. It wanders, it distracts you, it pulls you back into comparison, second guessing, or the endless scroll that you swore you'd avoid. And after a while, it starts to feel like you're running a race where the rules keep changing, the finish line keeps moving, and no matter how hard you push, you're somehow always behind. But here's the truth. Your brain plays by rules that no one really explained to you. Once you understand those rules, the patterns that keep tripping you up start to make sense. And when they make sense, you can finally start to change them. So in this season, we're exploring the hidden reasons why you feel so drained all the time and how to recharge in ways that actually stick. Not the flashy kind that you give up on in January, but small, simple ones that prove who you are. We'll dig into comparison, that endless sideways glance that convinces you that you're behind, and then flip the whole idea of success on its head. And the best part? This isn't about me telling you what your life should look like. It's about you finding your own answers. I'll give you the tools, the strategies, and the stories, but you're going to have to be the one who decides what to do with them. So by the end of this season, my hope is that you'll see yourself differently. Not as someone who keeps failing, but as someone who's finally learnt the rules of their own mind. Someone who can step forwards with clarity instead of carrying guilt for not being good enough. So, if you've ever asked yourself, why can't I just get this together? Then pull up a chair, grab a coffee, and let's figure it out. You ready for it? See you in the next episode.